Hi, boys and girls. This is Phonics Unit 5, Session 3. And what you're going to need for this one is, I think it's Session 3. I'm just confirming. Yep, 3. What you're going to need is this paper right here. This is the only one you have for this one. And then you're going to use it again for the next lesson, so don't recycle it after today. Keep it, okay? All right. So what I want to talk to you about is today, we're still talking about bloopers. When you make mistakes with something. A quick story I have to tell you. I don't know if you got to see the video I made of Officer Buckle and Gloria a couple weeks ago, but I made that video and I made it and I sent it out to everybody, and Mrs. Rattenberry got back to me and said, Mrs. Jasmine, it's sideways. You did the video sideways. What happened was I had put my iPad down and I was reading the book, and I guess the book, it all got shifted sideways, so it looked funny. I could not turn the thing around. And my daughter tried to help, and Mrs. Rattenberry's daughter tried to help, and nothing worked. So finally, I said, I'm just going to reread the book and do the whole thing over again. So I did the whole thing over again. Did the same mistake again. I'm doing it one more time. Did the whole thing again. Again, you guys. I read that book probably 4 or 5 times. My family did not want to ever hear that story again by the time I was finished. So I guess the bottom line is sometimes you make mistakes a lot of times, and you just have to keep trying to get it right. When you finally get it right, you have to say to yourself, I got to try to remember this time. So sometimes that'll happen with words. So for instance, I always get these 2 words messed up. And it's now I see the difference, but for the longest time I did not. Do you guys see what these words are? This first one says desert, like the dry Sahara desert that is covered in sand. This one says dessert. This one just has 1 S. This one has 2 S's. Dessert is very different than a desert, isn't it? After dinner, I do not want a desert. I want a dessert. If you gave me dry sand after dinner, I would not be happy. However, I'm very happy with a piece of chocolate cake. So, you see the difference there? So this is one of those things, you'll start to be able to see it, as funny as that sounds. You're not going to hear the difference, but you're going to see it. You're going to look at it and say, that does not look right. Why does that not look right? And that's what start to happen is when you're reading and when you're writing, okay? So I want you to start to notice this stuff when you're writing. So today, the sounds we're going to be really looking at, I need my eraser, are, I think they're on here, we've got ER, IR, and UR, okay? Now, all 3 of these, and we often call these the sisters in school, all 3 of these sounds sound the same. They sound the same, you guys, and they're used in the beginning, the end of the word, or the middle of the word, or the end of the word. They're all in different places, so it doesn't, where they're used in the word doesn't help you. The sound doesn't help you. The only thing you're going to have to do is look at those words enough times that you start to see it. You see that it's not spelled right, or you see that it is spelled right. Okay? So we're going to read a story together, and we're going to look to see if we can find some of these words and whether the person might have spelled some of them wrong. Okay, hold on. Get my piece of tape here. Oh, it's sticking the wrong way. Jeez Louise. All right, so can you see this pretty well? So we're going to look at this story together, and then we're going to pull apart the words. So we have, one winter day, my hamster looked sick. Okay, do you see any words in that sentence that don't look quite right? Look very carefully. One is okay. Any words with an sound. We've got an sound here, we've got an sound here. That's right, winter. It is not UR. It sounds like it could be UR, but it's not UR. So winter, does anyone know how to spell it? It's actually ER. So what I want you to do is on your little piece of paper over here, you're going to write it right here, winter, under the ER. Winter. Okay, now let's flip back over. Oh, come on, little guy. You can do it. Okay. Winter day, my hamster looked sick. How about hamster? Do we think that's spelled right? Nope, that is also an ER. Hamster. So let's go back over here. We're going to add him here. Hamster. Oh, geez. Now it came untaped. Okay. I put her in my shirt and went to the school nurse. Oh, goodness. I'm not sure that the office would be very happy if you showed up with a hamster in your shirt. So I put her. How do you know how to spell her? Is that how you spell her? Nope, you're right. It's an ER. So now we're going to add that to the ER section. H-E-R. Sorry, my writing's not so good. In my shirt. Now they're spelling that E-R-T. Do we think that's right? Nope, I agree. That needs to be an I. S-H-I-R-T. Oh, there it is right there. Didn't realize that. And went to the school nurse. How do we spell nurse? Some of your parents might be nurses. That's right. It's N-U-R-S-E. So let's write that on the U-R section. Nurse. Okay. I said, my pet is hurt. Oh, wait a minute. We already have that on there, don't we? H-E-R-T. Oh, there it is right there. H-U-R-T. Perfect. Look at the fur coming out. Now, is that how you spell fur? Nope. It's F-U-R. So let's put that on here. The fur coming out. He was surprised. Does that look right? You might know this word from like birthday parties and stuff. It's actually S-U-R. S-U-R-P-R-I-S-E-D. Okay. He said, I want to help your pet feel better. Do you think better? Do we feel like that's correct? Yep, that says U-R, but it's E-R. So it's B-E-T-T-E-R. But I help people. You need to take her to a vet. Again, with the her. How do we spell her? That's right. H-E-R right here. Oh, we didn't have any I-Rs in that whole thing other than shirt. That was the only I-R. That's funny. Okay. All right. So good job, guys. So now we might even find some more words. I'm going to show you a couple poems. We're going to read a couple poems about butterflies. And when you hear an sound in this poem, I want you to do this with your fingers, like a little butterfly wings. You can go like that. Okay? Let's see if we can find any more I'll put it up here so you can see it well. You can't see it well at all. Fold it. Let's move it down a little bit. There we go. Okay. All right. It says Butterfly by Selena Larkey. Hi, butterfly. So there we've got butterfly here. That has an ER in it. You move like air. You flutter here. You flitter there. So we've got there and here again. You twirl and furl. Oh my, those are good. IR and UR. You float down from above to kiss all the flowers. There's another ER. I'd like you home, I'd take you home, but you are too wild. Your wings are too soft, too lacy, and too free. Okay, so let's see if we can add a couple more of these words. We've got flitter and flutter. And we've got furl. And I think, didn't we have twirl? Oh, good, we have an IR here. That's perfect. We need one of those. Twirl. We've got butterfly. E-R-F-L-Y. And we've got flutter. I think that's all we had on that page. I've got one more poem for you that's about a butterfly. Take this off. Look at all these words we're coming up with, you guys. And remember to hold on to this paper for next time because we're going to be using it again. Let's see what this poem's all about. All about butterflies again. I've been thinking about butterflies at my house too. We just released our butterflies. This is Butterfly by Mike Oakes. A butterfly, it flew by me and landed on a flower. So we've got the ER here, we've got an ER there. I saw it dance, I saw it prance for about an hour. And then it flapped its paper wings and flew upon its way. Here we have another ER there. Orange and black and spots of white, I won't forget that day. So this one doesn't have quite so many. We've got flower and paper we can add. I think we already had butterfly on there. Let's see here. Oops. Flower. Flower. And paper. And you can go beyond the little chart that they've given you here, okay guys? All right, so that is just about it for this lesson. So when you're, so the thing to remember about this is if there's a word that you find yourself continually spelling wrong, try to write it a bunch of times and look at it really carefully and kind of dissect it, like try to make it a snap word and really get to the point that when you write it, you'll look at it and say, oh, wait a minute, I spelled it wrong again, and catch yourself. Then you know you're really learning. So if you can get yourself to that point, that would be really great. Because some of these words, some of them you're not going to use so often, but some of them you might. Like you might use her a lot, you might use better, you might use surprised a lot. So these are words, and just notice. Like if you notice, I always spell this one word wrong when I'm writing. It's totally fine. We all do it. We all have words like that. Just practice it a bunch of times so that when you do run into it and you make a mistake again, you can see it and you catch it. Because you're not going to hear these, remember. You're going to have to see them because they all sound, and they all sound exactly the same. Not like car, tiger, and fork. Those sound a little different. These all sound the same. That's what makes them so tricky. Okay? Have a good day, guys. Have fun reading. Bye.